In an unprecedented set of events, we have 6 teams already qualified for Team Quadrilla Marble League in Season 4, and that just makes it harder for the other 18 teams gunning for the last 6 spots in the Team Quadrilla Marble League. It's the Quadrilla Pursuit, back from Season 1 and Season 2, will be the final test for these teams still trying to qualify. If you're unfamiliar with the Quadrilla Pursuit, 4 marbles will go down the course. The third marble's time plus the separation time from the first and fourth marble will be the total time for each of the teams. Smallest time wins in each of the groups. If you don't have all 4 marbles finished, you'll get a 3-second separation time automatically. As we look at Group A, Deep Divers and Olive Orbs already clinched qualification. The other 6 teams trying to get those final 2 spots. The Slime Balls in third, but they haven't clinched yet. Deep Divers and Celestials in the first heat. Deep Divers are very strong, won this event twice, the 2 times it was held. Celestials, bottom of the standings in Group A, they need a good run here. Deep Divers, I think, marginally ahead in the top funnel. They will cross the line. Deep Divers separation much better than the Celestials, but I think both of the teams finished pretty close in terms of the third marble's time. We'll have to see. You can see the Celestials very strung out. That's not good for them. I don't know if it'll be enough for them to qualify, sitting down at the bottom of Group A. So Deep Divers get 11.87. You can see the course, because it's 2 teams at once. The course much shorter, so that is the best time I've seen in this event so far. Now, Olive Orbs and the Bacon Brawlers. Olive Orbs, also like the Deep Divers, already qualified. Bacon Brawlers, despite a great B division, they are down in 7th place. They need a good run here. They're ahead of the Olive Orbs right now, but can they keep it composed? They have a very good small separation between all 4 of the marbles. The Bacon Brawlers will come across the line much better than the Olive Orbs. But how does it compare to the Deep Divers? They need a great result to the Bacon Brawlers to have any chance of qualifying. Olive Orbs, you can see, very strong on that final marble. That's going to be huge separation for them. 2.19 seconds for the separation. You can see that second number, the separation. The first number, the third marble's time. Olive Orbs go in last. Bacon Brawlers, it's not good enough for the lead, but it is good enough for 2nd place. So we'll see how that works out for them. Now, Slime Balls and Heliospheres. Both of these teams haven't clinched qualification. They're 3rd and 6th, respectively, in Group A. Oh, Heliosphere very strung out for them. Meanwhile, the Slime Balls are looking pretty good in terms of separation up top, and they will finish all very close to each other and much faster than the Heliospheres. Heliospheres, after a great recovery in the last event by Solar, they are not going to have a good run here, and I think this pretty much guarantees that they will not qualify. Slime Balls, though, up into 3rd place, and 2nd place here for the Slime Balls with just 1 heat to go. I think Slime Balls will be safe and qualified for this season. 12.08, just barely behind the Deep Divers. Now, in the final heat, the closest one of them all in terms of the teams in the group. Amber Animals and Team Atlantic, 4th and 5th in the group. And Team Atlantic had a bit of a better start. Actually, it's very close between these two. Team Atlantic, though, is keeping it more clean than the Amber Animals. You can see Amber Animals very strung out. Team Atlantic also actually does have a lot of separation, but they do finish faster than the Amber Animals. Oh, this has huge qualifier implications. What will it be for Team Atlantic? And the Amber Animals, I think, in a better position coming to this event, but it's only good enough for 6th place for them. Team Atlantic 4th place. Will that be enough for either of these 2 teams to qualify? We'll have to see. Deep Divers will get the win to cap off a frankly dominant qualifier performance. Slime Balls in 2nd place, they have qualified. Bacon Brawlers, will 3rd place be enough? It will not for the Bacon Brawlers. Deep Divers, Slime Balls, Olive Orbs, and just barely Team Atlantic will edge out the Amber Animals and the Bacon Brawlers. Those 2 in the Celestials and the Heliospheres will not qualify. Now we're moving on to Group B. Golden Cheeses and Sinister Sprinters also already qualified. Yellow Lotus looking very good to qualify. Everyone else really fighting for that last spot. Yellow Lotus haven't clinched just yet, but they're very close to it. Now, Golden Cheeses and the Hazelnuts in the first heat. Golden Cheeses look like they have a better separation. Hazelnuts have a huge gap between the first 2 and last 2 marbles. The Hazelnuts, I think, actually, in terms of speed, they're keeping up with the Golden Cheeses. And I'm not sure who got the win there. It was very close between these 2 teams. Hazelnuts, they managed to bridge that separation a bit at the end there, I think. Although the third marble's time could have been a bit better. But regardless, by separation, better for the Hazelnuts, just less than a second compared to 1.13 for the Golden Cheeses. The Hazelnuts will edge out the Golden Cheeses, and they need that because the Hazelnuts are down in dead last in the standings with just 7 points coming to this event. Now, Sinister Sprinters and the Bobble Squad. Sinister Sprinters have a bit of a better start, but they struggle a bit. Do the Sinister Sprinters? I think the Bubble Squad are in a much better position in the funnel. Will be for the Bubble Squad. They are strung out a bit. Sinister Sprinters! They have one marble that gets out of the track. They'll only have 3 finishers. That means that will be 3 seconds automatically for the separation. That's not good whatsoever. It used to be 5 seconds before. With the shorter course, I think 3 seconds is a better, more appropriate penalty. But still, that puts them in dead last. 15.16 for the Sinister Sprinters. Regardless, they're already qualified. They don't need to worry too much. Bubble Squad, they do have a good result here, but will it be enough for them to qualify? It's very close in the bottom part of this group. Now, Yellow Lotus and Floundering Fish. Yellow Lotus just needs to not completely fall apart. Floundering Fish have 3 marbles well out in front, moving pretty quickly, but they have a huge separation. Oh, and Yellow Lotus will lose a marble just like the Sinister Sprinters did. Floundering Fish will not, but they have a lot of separation from their first 3 and their last marble. So what's going to be for these two teams? Floundering Fish need a better result than the Yellow Lotus for sure, and they will get it. 12.04, that's good enough for the lead for the Floundering Fish. Yellow Lotus only beat the Sinister Sprinters, so they might be cutting it close actually. So we'll have to see. Now in the final heat of Group B, Efficient Eggs and the Rock Pools, 4th and 5th, and separated by just 1 point. What will it be for the Efficient Eggs? They are very strung out, so are the Rock Pools. Both of them have the last marble lagging behind a lot. Rock Pools will finish first, quite comfortably ahead of the Efficient Eggs. And the Efficient Eggs, that separation did not look good whatsoever. For a team that placed 5th in every event in the qualifiers thus far, I don't think this will be much better, if not even worse. And so, I think the Efficient Eggs might actually be knocked out of qualification. Here, Rock Pools, though, that's pretty good. That's good enough for 3rd place. Will that be enough for them to qualify? That's the event done for Group B. Floundering Fish will get the win. They needed that. Will that be enough for them to qualify? I think it will. Rock Pools in 3rd place. Hazelnuts, that's not good enough for them. Rock Pools not good enough. They will just barely miss out. The Golden Cheeses, Sinister Sprinters, Yellow Lotus, and the Floundering Fish are your qualified teams from Group B. Bobble Squad, Efficient Eggs, Hazelnuts also will not make it. Now, for the final group, Aquamarine and Shadow Riders tied at the top of Group C. They have already qualified. Everyone else has not, but everyone else still fighting for those 2 spots. Now, Aquamarines and Pumpkin Patch in the first heat. Pumpkin Patch down at the bottom, but they're not too far off some of the teams ahead. Oh, Aquamarines, they had some contact up there. Not great, not a clean run for them whatsoever. They'll only have 3 finishers. That'll be 3 seconds for the separation. But Pumpkin Patch, they had a lot of separation too. You could see just how strung out they were. Look at all of the marbles completely in different parts of the funnel as they go around it. And that's not good for the Pumpkin Patch. They need a good result here. I think they'll beat the Aquamarines on the account of both the 3rd marble and the separation. At 14.09, I find it very hard to believe that that will stay 1st place. Kyanite in the back for the Aquamarines. This was never their event really, but they are already qualified. They don't need to worry. Now Shadow Riders also already qualified. Deserters though sitting down in 7th in the standings with just 8 points. They also need a good result here. It's not a great mark set by the Pumpkin Patch, so these teams could easily both beat them. Deserters looking pretty good in terms of speed. So are the Shadow Riders. Deserters though, I think they're faster, and yes they are. Shadow Riders also had some separation from their first 3 and last marble, so I think the Shadow Riders will be behind the Deserters. I think Deserters are looking good to take the lead in the group, and they absolutely need that. For the Deserters be qualifying once again after Season 1. 12.57, that's not the best run we've seen of the day, but that is good enough for 1st place. Shadow Riders not too far behind in 2nd place. Now, Venomous Vipers and the Icicles. Venomous Vipers trying to seal qualification. They're so close, but can they finally do it? Can they finally qualify? Icicles also trying to get back in the A division. They'll have 1 fall off. Icicles, I was just going to say how this team did well in this event before. They're looking very fast though. Icicles, did they bring it back with the time? Icicles, despite losing 1 marble, they were looking very speedy in that funnel. Venomous Vipers on the back foot, but I think the Venomous Vipers might actually beat them based on just keeping it clean and having all finishers. And yes, they will. 13.15, that's good enough for 3rd place for the Venomous Vipers. Icicles, because of the 3-second penalty, they will go to 4th. Oh, and that's not good for the Icicles. I don't think it will be enough for them to qualify. But now, for the final run of the day, Team Nectar and the Majestic Melons. Team Nectar, could they qualify? They have a 4-point advantage over the Majestic Melons in 5th. Majestic Melons, though, looking very speedy in the funnel. They're keeping it very clean in terms of separation. Majestic Melons, this is looking like a very good run for them. Team Nectar, I only see 3 marbles. Where is Team Nectar's final marble? Team Nectar will get a 3-second separation time. That means they'll definitely lose out to the Majestic Melons here, but the question is, by how much? Will it be enough for the Majestic Melons to overcome that 4-point deficit? Majestic Melons go into first place. Team Nectar only 7th. Oh my word, Team Nectar might have just lost qualification based on this run and based on losing a marble up there. Majestic Melons, though, at the final qualifier event, the final heat of it, they did what potentially needed to be done to qualify. And yes, they did. Shadow Riders, Aquamarines, Venomous Vipers, and the Majestic Melons have qualified from Group C. Team Nectar loses out for the Deserters, Icicles, and the Pumpkin Patch. Congratulations to Deep Divers, Floundering Fish, and the Majestic Melons for all winning this event in their groups and all qualifying for Season 4. And very well done to our top 3 in points of the qualifier, the Deep Divers, Shadow Riders, and the Golden Cheeses. All of these 3 teams have done very well in the Team Quadrilla Marble League before. They've all comfortably qualified for Season 4. And now we take a look at all 16 teams that have qualified for the A Division in the Team Quadrilla Marble League in Season 4. Poison Ivy, Red Lotus, Green Lotus, Valley Dashers, Deep Divers, Shadow Riders, Golden Cheeses, Aquamarines, Slime Balls, Olive Orbs, Venomous Vipers, Sinister Sprinters, Yellow Lotus, Majestic Melons, Floundering Fish, and Team Atlantic. Thank you all so much for joining us for the qualifier. Stay tuned for the friendly round with both the auto-qualified and relegated teams coming soon, and then after that the start of the Team Quadrilla Marble League.